Everybody get up. Yeah, welcome to Anita Vita Rise. All right, everybody. Welcome. It's Anita Vita Rise. Anita Vita Rise. Yeah. Anita Vita Rise. Yeah. Anita Vita Rise. Yeah. Who can make you better? Anita Vita Rise. In all types of weather, Anita Vita Rise. Get you back together, Anita Vita Rise. Go send her a letter, Anita Vita Rise. Anita Vita Rise. Anita Vita Rise, yeah. Anita Vita Rise, yeah, yeah. Anita Vita Rise.
Welcome to Rise with Anita Vita. I am your host, Anita Vita, Master Medical Qigong teacher and healer. I am so grateful and thankful you are here with me today, the season finale. As you know, this show aims to amplify women's voices, have them share their stories so that they become a ripple effect of healing in this world. Before I bring on my fantastic, amazing soul sister to open us up into 2022 and really close out and round out the wholeness of 2021, I would love to just begin in gratitude. I first and foremost want to thank you all for being here, because without you, I wouldn't have a show. Here comes the tears. And I am incredibly blessed to have this platform to shine light on your voices, your stories, so that you are inspired, you are left with a beacon of light to shine on you and your path. And I'm so happy. I'm so filled with a lot of joy and a lot of love. So I thank you. Next up, I'd love to thank my amazing team. My team who is out in the Philippines and sprinkled throughout also Australia and who knows other countries, who was able to really put this together from the get-go. Like in 2 weeks' time from vision to launch, we did this in May, and I'm so incredibly grateful for you. Everyone at Mafe Management, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And it's New Year's Eve over there. So they've been working really hard, even on the holidays, to make sure that we all shine our best and show up for you all. So I'm so thankful and grateful. And lastly, I'm so grateful and thankful to each and every one of my guests who said yes and have the courage to share their story, to invite more joy and invite more love and invite all these qualities that I know you all have, so you can mirror them and you can watch them and you can connect with them, so that you know you have a community and that you are not alone. So thank you so much. 2021 has been a whirlwind of challenges, as well as revitalization, as well as vision for what's to come and what's for all of us to open up more into the new year. With that said, I'd love to really invite an amazing woman to round that all out for us. She is a Reiki master, a holistic health coach, and massage therapist. Please help me welcome the beautiful Mama Jenn, Jennifer Stagnaro, to the show, everyone.
Oh, so beautiful to be here, Anita. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for allowing me to witness your heart. What a warm welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, sister. And you know, Jenny is love. Jenny is love, and I knew that you brought that energetic into this space, and I believe as soul sisters and healers ourselves, we are in sync. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me here. It's an honor. I feel like we've done so much work together that sitting here with you now is just, like, how long have we been doing this now?
Oh my goodness. Like our spiritual work or just the work or like all of it?
Yeah, like all of it. Like it's been a couple years now.
In depth 2018. I think I started 2017 was like, I was like dabbling, which by the way, remember when we first met, we were in a yoga studio at our mutual soul sister, Angela. Her spot, I don't know what the event was, and I don't know what other women were there. I just remember you and I for some reason. And we were like lost. We had no path yet. I was like, we're just here to figure it out. We don't even know.
Yeah, we're just like, we know we have to be here and we're ready with all this like anxiety inside.
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh, right? Are we really doing this?
Yeah. And we were laughing. We're like, I don't know why we're here. I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what my passion. I'm just feeling it out. And I remember you still had like red hair and you were wearing sweatpants that like we were just chill clothes. Like we don't know we were coming from. I think we were coming from a long day's work or something, but we made it because it was like an evening class. And here are we now. Like look at where we are now. And I believe that was that was 4 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful journey, and I'm just like so grateful too to witness you and so many other empowering women pave the way for healing and doing this work and liberating ourselves from so much, baggage that's holding us back sometimes from where we want to go. I think that it's been a wonderful journey. It's been inspirational, and to see the woman that not only I'm becoming, but to witness other women like yourself, it's just like it's joy, and it's true proof, right? That we can get to where we want to get as long as we follow our dreams. And with sisterhood, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So tell everybody who's watching and listening in what you're all about and what has, in reflecting back on this year or even your journey of healing, what has been the most courageous?
Let's see. I think the first thing that lands when I think about what is the most courageous thing I've had to do in this journey, I think it was really having to accept that I needed to start over. I think I got to a point 5 years ago where I was like, well, obviously what I'm doing isn't working. I'm not truly happy. And I had a fresh start. I had a clean start. And that's when I decided to really find myself and learn the skills that I needed to be able to show up in this world. And I had to find myself. And that's when I met you, right? We were like, well, let's start doing the groundwork. And I did the groundwork. And that started, ironically, by grounding, right? I was so ungrounded in my life. And once I found my true depth, I was willing to navigate my life a little bit more with direction. And I went to school. I went to the School of Healing Hands in Laguna Beach. And I remember going to school and feeling like such a failure because here I was in my late 30s, picking back up from, my 20s. And my daughter had left to college and I had to start all over. And at the time it felt really hard and challenging, but it was such a gift from the universe for me because I found myself and I truly found my purpose in life. And took me a couple of years to really discover what it was that I really wanted to do and how it looked like. But you know, keeping true to myself, keeping true to what I wanted in life, and learning how to speak my truth really helped. And just, you know, learning to heal. So once I stepped into the healing world and learned so much about the healing arts, um, I knew that I was on to something because I could feel the shifts inside of me. I could feel the shifts in my own personal life. And before I stepped out into the world to give people what I was learning and acquiring with my skills, I really gave it to myself. And I think going to massage school was one of the toughest things I've ever had to do. Weekly, to receive massage, to meet myself at really dark places and honor myself and be compassionate to that woman and really hold her and love her and guide her through her pain was a dedication and a commitment. And that was challenging, right? Most of the time we want to give up when it feels rough, or we want to stop when it doesn't, you know, when it's not fun anymore. And the truth is that healing sometimes can be really difficult, you know, especially when there's pain involved, right? And receiving body work taught me how to really feel pain, how to lean into the really difficult parts of my body that, you know, needed healing, and allowing myself to feel that uncomfortable pain and honoring, and also taught me how to let go and release what no longer needed to be involved in my life and in my body. And I think for me, it's been about 5 to 6 years now that I've stuck with the body work and dove really deep into Chinese medicine and, you know, clinical acupressure and learning Tai Chi, Qigong, really deepening into the medicine of meditation and learning shamanic practices and just being open, an open vessel to keep, you know, learning and receiving wisdom so that I could hear what's true for my body, for the evolution of my soul. And so I think that really truly starting from scratch was necessary for me. And I got to that place in my life where my daughter had grown up and she was off to college, and I could really focus on myself. And I think that was a big game changer in my life.
You shared so much wisdom in answering that one question. And I'd love for you to deep dive into what it means to show up in your truth, because a lot of us have probably been hearing that, you know, this spiritual jargon of your higher self, or speaking and being your truth. What is that like for you?
Well, I think it was really important for me to really self-reflect and take responsibility for the things that I had created in my life that were not okay. And sitting with my dark side, right? And all the things that made me feel that I was unworthy, and all the things that I felt like maybe I deserved certain hardships and challenges in my life. It was a beautiful process of transformation for me, to find that there was this energy available to me that was so simple, and it was just love. It was like it was like uh, um, it was like an epiphany, because I don't think I had ever really felt true love, especially for myself, you know. So learning how to love myself was was hard. I come from a lineage of women that experienced some major hardships in their life, and I'm a firstborn American here. My mom and my dad, they come from a third world country, and they got here at a very young age, searching for freedom, trying to run away from their own darkness from within their country. And and I find it fascinating that something inside of them led them to a place where they could find freedom and truly start fresh, and it was guiding them. And here I am, reaping the benefits of a new country, new roots, new foundation. And I think that regardless of what my parents have, done or haven't done in this country, it took love for them to beat their fears and travel and risk and find courage and be brave through that time in our world. They were going through their own hardships. They learned their own lessons about the world. They learned their own, they had their own beliefs about what they had learned in their environment. And they were running away from that. They were running away from that. They decided to come here and give me a new opportunity, a chance for a better life. And that is something that I think is deeply rooted in love, because you will do anything for your children, and your children will inspire you to do things that you never thought you would, just so that you could give them a better life. And I think that just being a firstborn American Latina here, I take great pride in that. And I think I learned so much about truly being grateful and humble for what I have in my life. It didn't just happen, and it wasn't just given to me. It took an army of women to pass down teachings and hardships and growth and pain to finally get this opportunity to be able to start new in a new land.
And here you are, continuing to forge that legacy and path so that our children's children don't have to suffer anymore in the way that our ancestors have, huh?
Yeah. I get so much inspiration from my grandchild, just to see her and witness her and truly be grateful to have her smile and have her needs met and be able to be here to nurture her, especially through this point in time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to hear more about your mindset in helping yourself navigate through those particular hardships. And before we do, I'd love to just say thanks to our amazing sponsors for today's episode. So just sit back and we'll be right back. What's up, family? I am Anita Vita, Master Medical Qigong teacher and healer. I believe that nurses deserve to be nurtured as much as they give. As a high-performing woman myself, I coach women how to overcome chronic gut pain so that they have total freedom in their life through their practice of medical Qigong. In 2011, while working as a nurse in the post-anesthesia unit, I experienced severe burnout, and it expressed itself as IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome. Discovering this practice allowed me to eradicate this gut disease completely and naturally through meditation alone. The slow, mindful movements of medical Qigong are potent and transformational, recalibrating your cellular structure by cultivating your body's natural energy and healing source called Qi. Today, I coach and empower women to achieve the same result through private and group programs, workshops, and retreat experiences to awaken you to your truth and be the highest version of yourself. If you're still in pain, you've tried everything, and you're sick and tired going from doctor to doctor with only prescriptions and strict diets as solutions, fear no more, my friend, because you have found me. Send me a message right now at anita@nacionvita.com and we'll get you to rise out of that pain, guaranteed.
Mafe Management is a company dedicated to empowering individuals and businesses in entertainment, special events, talent management, content creation, digital and traditional marketing, and public relations, in working together to turn their dreams into reality. Get one step closer to elevating yourself and your business by contacting hello@mafemanagement.com. Let us empower you.
Now let's get back to the show. So, and going back to talk about your mindset, what was the most important tool that you today continue to use to help you navigate through those parts when you are working through those darkness, the shadow work, and the hardships that show up as that?
Well, I think the most important tool I've used has been Reiki. It was something that I discovered early in my healing journey. And once I really took on to the practices and really honoring the work, I started teaching it. And I started holding, Reiki level 1 courses and Reiki level 2 courses and a couple of Reiki level 3. And it became a part of my life. I started to integrate it into my practice. I started to integrate it into my daily habits. And it has always been something that I always go to. I have definitely picked up other tools that I also enjoy and incorporate into my daily practice. But Reiki seems to be something that always just is like second nature to me. I have so much respect for the healing modality. I think mainly because it came to me when I was really sick and scared. And I saw some real miracles manifest from there. Things that weren't logically explained, and I couldn't put any logical explanation to things other than I did Reiki, and that was all that I pretty much could say. And it was enough for me, and it has been enough for very many of my clients that receive this medicine. And at this point, I feel like I'm on this vessel that I have taken full control of, and I'm navigating it, and I'm just making stops and asking people to join me on my healing journey and inviting them to hop on the vessel with me. And I make stops and I pick up people, and I make stops and I drop off people. And it's been beautiful. Reiki has been life-changing, and I can do it in massage. I can do it with distant healing work. I can do it for myself, for my pets. It is definitely my favorite tool. But outside of Reiki, I also have really sat with meditation and started to become a little bit more intentional with the type of meditation that I practice. I found a lot of wonderful, wonderful guidance with meditating with certain archetypes and goddesses. And so in the beginning of 2020, I made a choice that I was going to deepen my practice with shamanism, and I was going to deepen my practice with meditation and really trying to connect to my spirit guides and getting to know them and getting to know more about what they were bringing to the table for me, And that was such a beautiful transformational journey, because it started in the beginning of the pandemic. And I committed to some personal work with a shaman. Her name is Sandra Ingerman. And she really just taught me how to do transfiguration work, and really taught me how to do some transmutation work. And I started healing my body and just allowing the light to start to regenerate me, and start to build this shield of protection, and just preparing my mind that I was safe no matter what was going on in the outside world, and that I wasn't going to experience certain experiences. And there was just an inner part of me that said, no, I'm not going to experience this. I'm here to be of service and help us get through this right now. And she really helped me get to that place of just calling within the light, and sitting there and learning how to transmute energies, low vibrational energies, into higher states. I also did some astrology. I decided to dive into Vedic astrology, and I learned everything about the movement of the planets, and what the signs really truly mean, and what the planetary positions of our birth charts really mean, and how we could sit with that soul expansion of ourselves, and take the information and really meet ourselves at a different level, right? Because I started doing astrology charts, and for my personal astrology chart, I'm ruled by the moon, so I'm definitely a moon goddess. And I was born during the time of the full moon, and just really diving into what that meant for me, and how that translates into my personal life mission here on Earth was just fascinating. And that was something that was fun to do during this time, really, just okay. I've got time to focus on me. Well, let me meet myself a little bit deeper to find out what my soul's purpose is, and how can I find ways to navigate with myself during these times. And so that was a lot of fun. I started sharing that with people, and giving astrology readings, and I've had a lot of success with that. And I think my last offering that I have, that I'm going to start to do in 2022, and I'm still in the middle of, is I added EFT to my practice. And it's basically emotional freedom technique. And I find it that because I'm an energy worker, this was just so much easier for me to utilize in my practice. And we were asked to build a personal peace project, which is basically picking out, all these things about ourselves that we want to work with, limited beliefs, behaviors, program behaviors that we do, just, doing this ascension work. And oh my gosh, EFT just cracked me open. Took me to a place where my subconscious mind wasn't allowing me to go, because it was protecting me, and working with the hypothalamus was just an instant connection for me. Memories started to flood in. I started to really, truly have memories of me as a child, a baby. And from there, it just opened up a new direction of work, right? And I mean, I haven't stopped. I think I'm fascinated by truly being of service, and giving myself this medicine, and truly witnessing the changes in myself. And then it's even more fascinating to be able to give it to someone else, and then witness them, and you end up pretty much getting inspired by something bigger than you, because you know that something bigger than you is in control, that you really are just a vessel, that you're just allowing yourself to be used. And when you stop and you take inventory of what really is happening outside of you, it's humbling. It's so humbling. So yeah, tools are important, and I have a very heavy tool belt.
You sure do. I love how you candidly just say how fun it was to learn about astrology, yet it's also super profound, right? To really unlock the secrets of the planets, to be in rapport with them, to allow for even greater transformation. Whoever got that, I know I went really woo-woo, like way up there and ethereal, but you know, it's Mama Jenn on here, so we're gonna go there.
And astrology's fun. It's fun. Yeah. I mean, I grew up. I was taught that it's not okay. You shouldn't believe in certain theories. Mm-hmm. But I think I've always been the one to keep an open mind and an open heart. Yeah. And once I learned to listen to my body and to the wisdom of my body, I got out of my own way. And once I said, okay, I'm going to do astrology. I'm going to learn it. Yeah, it was deep studying for sure. A lot of memorization, a lot of, intuitive work is also something that you can do with astrology, right? If you really listen. So yeah, it's deep work, but I really recommend it, even if it's something that you just try once in your life and you okay, let's see what I feel with this. That's how it started for me. Yeah. One of my teachers, she just brought on a teacher and he just started talking about our phases of life, and I was just like, yeah. And now when I do astrology readings, I actually I hold a lot of space for the soul and spirit that I'm working with, because sometimes the body isn't ready to really understand what is about to be disclosed, and there could be so much healing that happens in that instant moment. And so I just honor them and remind them that this is a divine time in their lives, that they're meeting themselves and their spirit and their soul's mission. That's such an honor to witness. It's a privilege.
For those who are curious about walking the same path, what would you say would be a great starting point?
I would say that meditation would be a great way to start. Tai Chi would be a great way to start. Qigong, anything that brings you in connection to your breath is probably a really gentle way to begin to do this work.
And how can they connect with you? How can we support you?
So you can support me by connecting with me and accepting the challenge to try something new and something different. You can book a session with me and have a Reiki healing session, or an EFT session, or even astrology session, or even a meditation. Just a day where you want to breathe with me. I would be happy to show you how to breathe and really connect to your soul, to your spirit, to your heart. I can be found on Instagram at Mundiosa. And if you email me at mamajen@moondiosa.com, I will always answer your emails. And I do much of my scheduling through there. So.
Thank you so much, sis, for sharing your story and really the rigors of what it takes to be in full responsibility for your own actions, regardless of the cards that was dealt for you, and truly doing that work. Because I relate in knowing that it is not ever easy. And then I know 1,000 times we want to quit, depending on where we are, right? It's the path is truly for those who are called. And I see you spearheading it so gracefully. And I just want to commend you because it does come full circle from where we were at with like, what's our path? We don't know. We're like, we're going to be healers. Let's heal the world. Oh, by the way, it starts with you. And take full responsibility. And Letitia, I saw your comment. Yes, we were joined together by Angela Aguirre through her 90-day Summit Soul Sister program. But there was a different class. It was a different class. It wasn't that one in particular that we both came together. It was like we were still exploring, and she didn't come up with it yet. So I do want to share that we've grown our relationship mostly through staying connected with. So we are really, I truly am, and both of us are so happy that Angela did connect us and multiple other women who are in our circle, in our community, supporting each other, and truly being in a space to continue our growth and our adventure in it. So any last words for anybody who is watching, who's listening, who's like, ooh, if I'm not ready to even be in that path as healing, how can I receive healing?
I think it's always really good to remember that our soul came into this world to fulfill a mission, and we kind of intentionally already knew, how we were going to come in, who our family was going to be, who was going to be our teachers, who were going to teach us the lessons that we came here to learn. And in coming to the family that we're born into, they all signed up to teach us certain lessons in life and to bring us closer to love. And so I think what I want to remind everyone is that we're here for a reason. And we're learning all these lessons in this human experience just to remind us how we can drop more into compassion, how we can drop more into kindness, and how we can really become love. Because love is the greatest healer. And in healing ourselves, we start to reclaim all those broken parts of ourselves that want to return back to wholeness and want to liberate ourselves from this pain. And the only way to return back to wholeness is to truly live and learn in love.
Ooh, spoken like a true goddess, sister. Thank you so, so much for being here. And before I let you go, I just want to congratulate you for being a newlywed and for your amazing marriage. So I know what it took to be in that space again. And I just wanted to share that with you and to everybody listening. Because once you love yourself truly, it will reflect in your outside world and see what miracles may come.
Oh, thank you, Anita.
You're most welcome.
Giving me such a big virtual hug right now and feeling so happy.
Time and space, like we can always feel each other. I do miss you, y'all. She left California to be in Texas, and I missed out on body work from her. So, sister, one of these days I may fly you in, or I will come out there so I could receive your medicine. I appreciate you, and I love you so, so much. And I wish you an amazing, amazing New Year's. And I look forward to connecting again into the new year. And I'm sure we will be collaborating some amazing things.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, sister. So much love to you and all your community. Thank you for being here. So much love to everyone.
Thank you, sis. Oh my goodness. I am just so grateful and thankful for Mama Jenn to come through. And, you know, to doing the healing work, you may find that sometimes we will withdraw, we will become a bit more inward, and in times when needed to be a recluse, because we are receiving so much energy from others and also giving a lot of our light and pouring into others. So I'm really grateful and thankful that she came through to share truly what it means to be here on this planet with your gift, activating it, being fully aware, having guidance, and forging a path to continuously refine yourself and evolve to be in the highest expression and service of yourself. So I hope you're having a wonderful evening, and that this episode, this season finale episode, was truly uplifting and inspiring for you. I look forward to launching the next season with you all, and to stay connected to see all the things that I'll be doing and launching myself into 2022. Be sure to email me, get on my newsletter at anita@nacionvita.com, direct message me, drop comments. Y'all know I'm all over, and I look forward to just expanding. Y'all, I'm losing my words. Expanding even more so into the greatest and fullest version of myself. So my wish for you this New Year's Eve and into 2022 is to invest in you, to believe in yourself, and know that you are not alone. And as always, I root for your rise. Have a beautiful evening, and happy, safe, and New Year's to everybody. Bye, everyone.
Anita Vita rise, yeah. Anita Vita rise, yeah. Anita Vita